What's going on, Scorpio? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having an excellent week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just fantastic, Scorpio. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Because Scorpio, this is going to be your weekly download. I decided I'm going to change up the title a little bit there. I was talking about it with Leo, just kind of came to me, so I'm just going to kind of roll with it there. I still need to work on if I'm going to do a dance move or not. Just little things that we're working out. But with this weekly download, whenever you happen to come across this video comes across you, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said there, Scorpio, let's jump into it. Jump forward that a little bit there, Scorpio. Perfect. Alright, your space has been cleansed. Crystals. Feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Scorpio. Now, I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching their Scorpio, so check them out. Very intuitive group. I think you'd enjoy them. There's also links for a couple of astrologers that I like watching as well, so check them out. And also there is some tools into for some apps and things that I like as well, Scorpio. So that description box is just becoming this treasure chest that I'm building up. So hopefully you'll enjoy everything that's down there. But let's get these energies a little bit. Oh, all right. Okay. Thank you. All right, Scorpio. So you have the Desert of Solitude here. And with this card, this is a card of solitude offers a space for introspection. In the vastness of silence, find your true self. And I like this, Scorpio, because I do feel that all of us definitely benefit from some alone time and for some time to just kind of go within and just kind of check in with where we are. But I do feel like water signs in particular really do benefit from this. And considering, too, that we can be so susceptible to the energies and influence of those around us. So we do want to make space for introspection just to see what we've picked up along the way, what we may have adopted as ours that may not entirely be true. And I feel with this vastness of silence, is your relationship with silence? I was listening to someone, or I was talking with someone who says they always have to have music playing and things, and I feel that that's nice and all. You can have this different healing music and things like that, but I do feel that that silence is one that a lot of people are uncomfortable with, because then you really hear and feel everything that is going on within you, and there may be this kind of cacophony that is going on within. We might have a lot of emotions that we're dealing with, or maybe there's some things that we've kept buried down that have, I feel, almost in a sense become dry and kind of arid there, because we haven't allowed that water to go through in order to feel what's going on. So I feel for some there is kind of asking asking that question and forming this relationship with silence and getting used to having moments of just true, and as much as that makes sense, because maybe for some we might be living in like a city or something, or maybe in like a noisy neighborhood where we can't quite find like that true silence. But even then, I feel like it's like, how can we establish that relationship with that internal silence, with all of the distractions and things that are around you in a sense? And I feel like you'd be surprised and amazed as far as like what you can uncover about yourself when you allow that energy to just kind of sit, and just to allow yourself to be, and just to kind of recharge, and just sort of, because I'm one too, Scorpio. I enjoy my private time as well. You know, I have a few 12th house placements, which that does require some alone time and some time to just recharge and things. And I'm also a water sign. My sun sign's in Cancer, so you know, it can be very important. It can be very healing as well when you get into these energies. But let's get some tarot on this, Scorpio, and get some details with this. Definitely kind of hermit energy kind of coming through this Scorpio. You know, Scorpio, you know, one of your rulers is your bottom ruler, Pluto, is changing signs. And I feel like that, you know, with the changes that are going on energetically, you know, you're getting ready to go through some big shifts here soon, and that is going to start interacting with your Scorpio placements in a very, very kind of tougher way there, considering it's going to be forming these squares. So just a little something to think about there, Scorpio. Huh, interesting. So you have the, thank you. So you have the Two of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Cups here, Scorpio. And I feel with this energy here that when we allow ourselves to go within and to get into that kind of introspective work there, Scorpio, I feel we do begin to understand the motivations behind the decisions that we do make. And I feel like it's too, you know, because there's a lot that's going on in this Two of Swords here. She's got this fire that's surrounding her in the background. There's this Hydra. Then there's this whirlpool that's going on here. And I feel like it's just like, how do we silence ourselves, and how do we stay true to the things that we want, and how do we keep our vibrations high amidst all of the chaos that's going on there? You know, how do we find this place of serenity and peace and ease? I feel with this kind of like 9 and 10 of Cups here, energy here. And I feel that if things haven't been, because the 9 of Cups can be this wish card for me as well. And if you're looking at the things that you've wished for and seeing how they come to fruition here, 10 of Cups, and if we haven't quite gotten the things that haven't quite filled that sense of fulfillment, what choices have we made up until now that have maybe gotten in the way of this, you know? And I even feel that, and that's interesting too with these cups, I feel that there's something here that is needing this sense of, it's like something that's needing to be saturated, in a sense, that's needing some emotions that's needing to be poured in there. It's like the water, like I was talking with this desert. It's just like something feels really arid inside, kind of dry, and it's just needing this attention. And in order to, I feel like maybe can even help you discover maybe some blockages in order to get, that's, you know, preventing you from getting to this 10 of Cups, if we haven't been feeling this sense of like everything has come together, or whatever this might be looking like there for you, Scorpio. Yeah. But let me get a little bit more on this 10 of Cups here and get some details with this before we move on, Scorpio. Alright, Scorpio. Thank you. Alright, Scorpio. So the 10 of Cups is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the 5 of Wands, and the 6 of Coins in reverse here. And I feel with this energy that with the 5 of Wands, I do feel there is something here, again, some sort of like energy block, or some sort of something conflicting that's maybe getting in the way of this happiness in a sense. It maybe could be something that has to deal with family, possibly, because that's one aspect that the Ten of Cups can deal with as well. And I feel like it's like, it feels like with the Six of Cups is that maybe we haven't been able to give to ourselves because we've been giving to others. You know, maybe we have this family that we're taking care of, or, you know, maybe we have, I don't know, it's like we're putting, I feel like, others above ourselves here, Scorpio. And I feel there's a need to kind of slow down with this energy, as opposed to being the one that's always jumping to for everybody else. And when you feel something that is off with you, to take some time and jump, well, I was gonna say jump at yourself, but you know what I mean, Scorpio. Taking some time, doing some introspective work there, and just finding the source of who you truly are, in a sense. And I even feel like maybe for some, I feel like it's finding ourselves outside of our connections with maybe family, or maybe with friends, maybe even like our workspace, in the sense, if you over identify somewhere with something, it's like finding out who you truly are, going on this kind of spiritual journey, in a sense, is what I kind of feel what's going on. And I feel like that makes a lot of sense with where your ruler is going to be moving on Saturday, depending on where you're watching this, into that Aquarius energy, which does, yes, deal with the collective, but also it's just like, how do you as an individual provide to the collective, to your soul tribe, to your family. So, and remembering that your wishes and things are just as important as others there. So I think I'm going to leave that there, Scorpio. A little something to think about. I like this. Let's get another tarot on that, or get another oracle on this. Okay. All right, Scorpio. So you have the Abyss of the Unknown here. And this is a card of dive deep into uncertainty. The treasures of knowledge and experience. The treasures of knowledge and experience lie in the depths of the unfamiliar. And I feel with this energy, Scorpio, maybe for some, you know, if we were talking about this energy with this silence and introspections and things, there may be some unfamiliar territory within that we need to become acquainted with. Again, some areas that could use this sort of intuitive water, this kind of deep dive energy that Scorpio does bring. You know, yours is one that takes stuff from the depths and brings it to the light there, in order to process it and heal and allow it to transform you and to regenerate from these things. But I do feel for some that maybe it can be where, you know, maybe we're feeling this sense of nervousness because there may not be all of this, you may not be the greatest feelings that may come up from this, but I feel that it's not. Oh, Scorpio, let me light my candle real quick. I feel that it's not fearing the things that you need to face, but realizing that underneath all of that, there are diamonds and little treasures there of knowledge and experience, and things that are waiting for you to be discovered, new skills about yourself, you know, maybe new realizations in there. And but that's just one aspect that's kind of coming through here. I also feel with this abyss of uncertain, or of the unknown, that I feel if there's something that you're wanting to pursue there, Scorpio, this wish that you have, maybe you want to start your own business, maybe you want to move to a desert climate, maybe you want to explore maybe a certain relationship. And I feel that it's, you know, sometimes we cannot make a move just because it's unfamiliar territory, or it's just something that, like, you know, what if things go south, or where, you know, or what if it doesn't provide to bring me this sense of fulfillment like I was hoping for. But I feel it's one of those things you'll never know if you don't find out. And now that's not to say that you have to do this thing, Scorpio, but I do feel that it is asking yourself, are you content with not knowing, as well as if you don't pursue this opportunity, can you be at peace with that? And so just something to think about there. But let's get some tarot on this and kind of clarify this energy a little bit more. All right, Scorpio. So you have a small little reversal storm here, but that's all right. Because you have the Eight of Swords, the Page of Swords, the King of Swords, the Three of Swords, and then one of your cards for me, the Knight of Cups in reverse here, Scorpio. There's a lot of thinking energy here. But I like when the Eight of Swords and even this Three of Swords energy that's in reverse, because I feel that this is you kind of getting out, if you know, again, like allowing yourself to embrace this uncertainty. You know, not. I feel like it's being comfortable with not having all of the answers. And I feel like it's not allowing that uncertainty to keep you pigeonholed up or keep you from pursuing things that you may possibly love here, Scorpio, with this Knight of Cups energy here. I feel the Page of Swords is this curiosity that's coming through there, getting to understand things on a much deeper level there, and seeing what it is that you learn along the way with the King of Swords. You know, I feel like the King of Swords is one, he can't acquire this wisdom until he takes that leap and gets some experience in life. And I feel even too there, Scorpio, there's something here, I feel like more so on a personal level with this Three of Swords being in reverse, that there's something that's needing or wanting to be healed, something that is needing you to journey into these deeper pockets of yourself and understanding maybe these subconscious maybe programmings that have been settled in, or maybe there's certain experiences that have shaped you in a sense. Again, like you're finding your true self and developing your own ideas. Maybe this is something where we had something forced upon us, and you know, there's been this it's always been this way, but now it's just like now we're questioning that. Is this really how things need to be? And what does that mean? How does that change your world up in this sense? And you know, now we're bringing about these new experiences, and I know where, you know, fixed energy in general just can like that stability, you know, doesn't necessarily want that change there. We have this sort of perception of things that are but your energy is a reminder that things do, no matter what, can always shift and always change. Change is the one constant here. And I feel like it's like this Eight of Swords is not keeping yourself boxed up, allowing yourself to experience these deeper questions that we may have, these things that may feel a little unfamiliar at first. But the nice thing is, the more that you work with them, the less unfamiliar and the more acquainted, you know, they get, then they become these allies in a sense. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave that there, Scorpio. All let's get your last oracle card here. Alright, Scorpio. Okay. Last little bit here. Interesting. So you have the Wellspring of Hope here. And this is a card of hope is an endless reservoir within you. Even in drought, your desert, it provides sustenance. And you know, Scorpio, I feel that when you feel that things are, when you feel that lack of hope, you know, or you feel that things have not been going your way for a while, hope can be a very powerful tool to keep you going. You know, I feel like it's not this I feel like it's not necessarily like you know, I feel that maybe sometimes we could think of hope as wishful thinking, or it could seem like this sort of how do I want to put this? It's not ignoring the fact that there, how I was talking about, even in a drought, it provides sustenance. It's not ignoring the fact that there is a drought. It's acknowledging that fact, and it's just like there's a hope that if I were to go out and venture outside of this energy, whatever this thing is that may be keeping me from, that may be keeping you from this, that me keeping you in this doubt, that there is going to be this promise of water at the end of this, of whatever this situation that we may be healing from with this Three of Swords here. Maybe for some we feel like we're always going to be in a situation, or things are always going to be a certain type of way there, and that's something you want to be mindful of too there with your thoughts, because I feel Scorpio energy is one that is so magnetic. And I just don't feel like people, it's not just that people are attracted to your energy. I feel you are a very powerful magnet, Nine of Cups. And if you attract this energy of, oh, I'm always going to be in this desert, oh, I'm never going to heal, oh, I'm never going to understand myself, then it will be so, because that's what you're manifesting. But it's just like, I may not understand things right now, but then when we find these little pockets of like oases that provide this water, or when the, and mind this metaphor, but you know, or when we get this sense of when the rain starts coming down, when we get blessed with a little bit of this water, in a sense that I almost feel like that it's like you being the camel in the desert. You know, camels store up all that water in their hump, and they use that as this sustenance to get through what they're going through. But it's just like, think of that water as hope, that things can get better, that things can arise. You know, if you've been kind of going through like a particular, like maybe like a dry spell or something along those lines. But let me see, let me get some tarot there and see if I can get some better words, so we stop talking in riddles there. Let me see if I can, in metaphors. Let me see if I can get some better words for this, Scorpio. You know, because it is easy to just give up sometimes, to just not do anything, and just feel that maybe all is lost. And it does require work, you know, to keep that hope in things. But I feel it makes it all the more rewarding when things do start shifting your way there, Scorpio. And then you keep in that practice, and it just keeps coming. You know, the abundance keeps coming your way, and And I feel like it's like, what do we do in order to stay hopeful? You know, what are some practices that we could get into? Do we practice different type of affirmations there, or you know, what does that look like in a sense? You know, what do you do when things get dark and you're in this sort of unfamiliar territories there, and you need to journey within and really listen to where these lessons and things are trying to guide you. All right, Scorpio. Thank you. Last little bit here. All right, so you have the Four of Cups, the Ten of Swords in reverse, and then you have the Four of Swords, the Three of Coins, and then the lovely Sun there, Scorpio. And let's switch back over, because I feel with this energy here that, because this Ten of Swords, this is, who was I telling? I think I was telling Leo this. This Ten of Swords is probably the most intense Ten of Swords of the decks that I work with. But with it being in reverse, I do feel like it is remembering that you're not just going to be at this state of rock bottom forever. That, you know, you can get into this energy of Four of Cups where you feel that nothing matters and it doesn't exist. Like get into that sort of negative loop in a sense. And again, if you stay in that mindset, then that so it shall be. But if we were to work on these things, Scorpio, working on keeping this hope there, what are some things that we could do to type to shift the needle in a sense? And meditate on that. With, I feel like with the Four of Swords there, then more happiness comes your way. You know, you're following that sunlight. And I feel that it's then in those experiences that you could just like, it's like learning to really kind of see, not just see on the bright side, but believe it as well. You know, and then like keeping that faith that you're going to get things figured out, that things aren't just always going to be this bleakness all the time, that things do change, that things do get better, that you can rise up from this, that you are stronger than you realize, I feel, with this kind of wellspring of hope. So yeah, a lot of deep stuff I feel with this energy here, Scorpion. I do feel like it is, and this might be something too with the Three of Coins, because that can be a card of collaboration, and maybe it's sharing some of these doubts that you do have, and maybe for some, maybe you can have others that can help kind of shine this light on this different perspective, you know, kind of help you see the sort of the bright side of things, where, you know, again, not diminishing what you're going through, but it's like, okay, yeah, this thing has happened, so now what? You know, the ball is in your court, as far as just like, do we give up, or do we keep persevering? You know, and it's okay to process this stuff and heal these things and be with that, understand yourself and how this energy is affecting you. But it is remembering this with the Ten of Swords, that the sun does always rise again, and so will you, Scorpio. So, and I feel like it is keeping that hope, and even letting the sun be a reminder of that. And it's just like, we may not want to do that, you know, tackle this energy, Knight of Cups, or excuse me, yeah, Knight of Cups, even Knight of Wands, may not want to do any of this type of extra work, this shadow work, this whatever this is looking like. But it's only going to increase your vibration down the long run, and then we can get to the sense of Ten of Cups, where things all kind of come together and you start to feel this sense of fulfillment again. So yeah, that makes sense, Scorpio. But I think I'm gonna leave that there. A little something to think about. But if you like that, or if anything resonated with you, Scorpio, give it a thumbs up. And share this, Scorpio, if you know someone who's been needing to maybe just kind of sit in silence, just kind of find themselves, or needing to get familiar with something unknown, or maybe just having troubles keeping up hope in things. You know, that can be tough. It can be tough for sure. So definitely share this, Scorpio. And then subscribe there, you son. Hit that bell button to get notified when I release videos each week. And then who did I feel like I just said that to someone. Oh, I just said it to Aries. Yeah, they got the sun card too. I was like, wow, I've been like deja vu. And last little bit there, Scorpio. If you have any Cancer in your placement, sun, moon, rising, come on over to the Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans, and I do tarot card spreads based off where the sun, or where the, well, I mean, yeah, kind of, because, you know, the lunar cycles are a relationship between the sun and the moon. But, yeah, I talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and all that great stuff there, Scorpio. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here so I can get you out of here. You got the Seven of Swords here, Scorpio. And I feel with this, you know, when you find yourself in a place where you're not sure what to do, I feel like, you know, instead of like getting into this reactive energy where we're just trying to force stuff to happen, just kind of sit with the not knowing, you know, and really kind of understanding the situation that you're in. And it's just like, okay, what can I do in order to change this? You know, how do I shift my vibration? May not be able to control the circumstances that may be happening, but we can control how we feel about them. And when we keep in that energy of almost like acceptance, in a sense of, for this is where things are at, but I can hope that things can only get better from here. And I feel that it is finding a different route or a different way, even with the Seven of Swords, as far as like how to go about getting to this sunlight here, getting to this happiness, getting to this state of where we're in this healing type of energy here. And I feel too, even with this Seven of Swords, is can be a card of like lying and trickery and deception. And I feel like it's, you know, when we tell ourselves that things are always going to be this way, it's going to be always this, that's not true, because all things are always changing. It's just that you have to realize when we've gotten stagnant, even in our thought process, you know, and realizing that things can change and we can take these initiatives. But I just feel like sometimes we just need to sit with the energies and just really kind of process what is going on here. But let me get your other oracle card here, Scorpio, so I can get you out of here. Alright, Scorpio. Thank you. So you have the Shapeshift card here. And I feel with this, with all the things, with all the changes that are getting ready to happen, these big energy shifts that are going on, it's just how are you staying adaptable in all of this? And paying attention to, like, I feel like this is like really understanding in all of this stuff here and all the things that you go through. It's just like, who are you in this chimera that's going on there? You know, how do you, where do you feel these energies shifting towards, you know? And how have all these experiences come into this culmination? I feel like it's not like looking at these experiences as different things. It's just like how they've all contributed to shape the person who is standing before you today there, and figuring out how you can take all of these experiences and transform even further into the future there, because you're just going to keep growing and new experiences are going to keep coming your way, and you're going to need to be able to call upon this. It's like, oh, I remember in this situation where I needed this, so I can put in more of that energy, or, you know, call upon this. And So, yeah, hopefully that makes sense there, Scorpio. But I think I'm gonna leave that there. So, you stay safe out there, Scorpio. With all these changes and learning about yourself, journeying to the unknown, this uncertainty here, and remember to keep the hope there, Scorpio. I know it can be sometimes easier said than done. You know, I have Jupiter's conjunct my ascendant, so I'm just like full of just boundless optimism. Even in my darker times, I could always find a little pocket of sunshine if I just kind of looked for it a little bit. It was never really truly that hard to find it, but I feel like it's something that does come with practice there, Scorpio, but it is totally possible. And you raise your vibration through the roof, keeping that hope and understanding yourself and things of who you are. And yeah, just keep that energy in mind there, Scorpio. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.